Welcome to the Club House SMP server. This is Season 8, and we're just getting started on the server, which has been up for just over a week now. The server has been very busy, though, with many players getting started on their first bases and gathering resources. You can see here that they've started a little tree area here. I see oak and birch, acacia, looks like we even have cherry, and pale oak as well. What other wood types can we find here? At this end, it looks like there is some jungle, flowering azalea, and of course dark oak, which I've been collecting a little bit of already. I'm trying to get the saplings for this tree, but they don't always drop enough, and I wanted to make sure I could replant whatever I harvested here. So I've got some saplings placed down there, and I'm just waiting for another tree to grow. There's also this little farming area here. I assume this is a community farm. At least I hope it is, because I've been pinching some of the carrots and potatoes here. And of course, I always replant what I take. I don't think I'm going to take any beetroot yet, and wheat we can leave. I think we'll come back here if we need these in the future. But I did grab a couple of melons and a pumpkin. It looks like they already regrew. So we're getting started with some resources here early, thanks to a little help from our server mates. There doesn't appear to be very many people on the server at the moment. You can see there in the tab there are just 3 of us on right now, and I believe one of us is AFK. And it's not me. All right, so this is the spawn area here, which I just showed you. And it's a very large desert biome, but there are some other biomes surrounding this. So if we don't want to stay in the desert, we're certainly welcome to explore the world and find a place where we want to settle down and start some farms. Hey, Bonnie, you like carrots? Here you go. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to actually set up in the desert. It looks like somebody might have a starter house up there. And there's a couple of chests here at spawn. This is where I spawned in right here. This one here, I believe, is iron? No, nether quartz. Okay, raw nether quartz. It looks like you can purchase 8 for 1 diamond, but we don't have any diamonds yet. In fact, I don't even have stone tools yet. But I did craft some very basic wood tools to get me started. So I've got this pickaxe here, plus, this axe here will get us started until we can find some stone. I didn't want to dig down anywhere near spawn so that I didn't make a mess here under the ground, especially since it's covered in sand. A couple more chests here. This one is selling mending books for 5 diamonds and unbreaking for 3. Oh yeah, there you go. Mending books and unbreaking 3 books already. It's only my first day on the server, but someone's been busy. This one here has soul sand. There's no price tag. There's 30 in the chest. I already took 1. I don't think I need more than 1 for now because we can't get nether wart yet, but I'm just going to hold on to 1 for now. So thank you very much for that, Doctor. Whoops. Thank you, sir. And I did collect some other resources as well. I got 1 sugar cane. I grabbed 1 mangrove propagule. We've got 1 oak sapling and 6 dark oak saplings, and plus some potatoes and some carrots. So that'll get us started for a little while we explore the world. Let's pick a direction and travel and see if we find any biome areas that we like. Upon closer inspection, it seems that we've discovered Brodator's Iron Shop. So this isn't somebody's starter home. This is a starter shop in the spawn area. Maybe one of the first ones. There's a little counter here with a crafting table, and I see a barrel. It looks like we can purchase 64 iron for 1 diamond. Or we can buy 64 iron blocks for 7 diamonds. So we may come back here and purchase some iron, but I don't have any iron of my own yet, which means I can't buy or mine diamonds in order to make the iron purchase. So we'll have to come back and visit this shop later. There's also a second shop over here. I noticed the smooth basalt, and this appears to be Sakana's geode shop. Let's take a look inside. What have we got for sale here? It looks like there is a stack of... What is that? Oh, calcite, of course. A stack of calcite for 1 dimidoned. And we've got a stack of, what is this one? The smooth basalt, also 1 diamond. 1 stack of, what is this? Amethyst, of course. And we've got some amethyst shards here as well. Coming soon. Okay, well, we'll be back. We'll be back to make some purchases once we get some money. Let's see, which way do we want to go? That's south. I think we're going to travel east, actually, and see what lands lie beyond the desert. There appears to be a desert village here near spawn. And there are still villagers here, which is great. I don't suppose anything has been left unlooted. Yeah, the chest is empty. Someone left the furnaces, but I don't want to take them yet. We'll get our own stone and craft some furnaces later. Looks like all the beds have been removed. Somebody's been here. Oh, there's a bed right there. I would like to take this bed, but maybe we'll just leave it for now, since there doesn't seem to be many beds left in this village, and it's so close to spawn. We've got another little farm here. It looks like someone planted down all carrots. I wonder if they mind if I stock up. I'm sure they'll regrow, because we've replanted everything we took, as usual. There is an iron golem here. I wonder... Oh, there's more than one. I wonder if we shouldn't try to grab a little bit of iron for ourselves. This one's pretty beaten up. I'm sure the villagers will spawn another iron golem. Let's see if we can get some iron from this guy. I only have a wooden axe, but since the iron golem has taken damage, it was pretty easy to take him out and collect some iron here. Looks like we got our first poppy as well. How much iron did we get? 3 iron! What do you say we skip the stone and go straight to an iron pickaxe? I think that's got to be the best investment there. I wouldn't mind taking out that other golem either, but let's just continue east and see what we find. It looks like this is the edge of the desert here on the east side. We've got a nice little coral reef here. I just had an idea for maybe a base that we could establish close to spawn. If we can dig out a little area amongst the coral and light it up using sea pickles, I wouldn't mind having myself a little glass dome home under the water here. So that's an idea that we can maybe use for the future. We'll have to collect some sand for that, and there's no resource world, but we need the sand to smelt into glass in order to make the dome, plus to fill up the dome with, just to get the basic shape. We could try to maybe take some sand from the desert here, but I don't want to make a big mess or ruin the terrain here at spawn, so we'll have to be very careful about where we take sand from. Let me just grab a few from here. Oh, looks like somebody was keeping a camel in here. Possibly, maybe we block that back off. I don't want the camel to escape if somebody is keeping him penned in here. I don't see a saddle. These creatures spawn naturally now in the desert, so they're not restricted to just the desert villages anymore. But it looks like the sun is setting and I don't have a bed. So let's go ahead and set sail to the east and see what lands are on the other side of the ocean here. It looks like to the east here we have even more desert. There's also some badlands, and I see this stony shore area here. I think we're gonna grab some stone for tools from this stony beach, and this actually looks like an even better place to collect sand than the desert near spawn. I was worried before about taking sand from spawn, but it looks like this is probably an even better area to skim some sand from the surface, and hopefully no one will notice. All right, let's go ahead and mine some stone. We went straight to an iron pickaxe, but we still need a furnace, and I still need some other basic tools. I would like to also upgrade my axe from wood to stone, so this will help us do that. We can also get stone underground, which is where we should probably head in order to find some diamonds so that we can make an iron purchase at spawn from Brodator's Iron Shop. Let's just skim a little bit more stone here, and then we'll find a place to go underground. Let's craft a stone axe, and I'm actually going to make a stone pickaxe, even though we have an iron one. I want to make sure that we save the durability on that for when we find ores, such as diamonds or gold. Let's also craft a couple of furnaces. That'll be useful for smelting. We'll make 2 of them. And now I want to go underground. And if you know me, and I think you do, I love digging straight down. So let's find a place that's low, and we'll try to dig straight down. Yeah, this looks like the place right here. I can see some gold already. I wish I had a water bucket, but we'll have to try to find some iron so that we can craft a bucket later. I should have made a shovel. It's fine. We'll get down into this little ravine here and find a place to dig down. I would love to take the gold, but iron is more important at the moment. So let's see if we can get down here. Where's a good place to dig? Maybe just in the corner here we can dig straight down. I do have some torches, so I'll leave one behind. And since I'm worried about losing my stuff, why don't we go ahead and craft a chest quickly that we can come back to in case we die. And we'll put some of our valuable loot items in it that we got at the spawn area. We can get most of these items back again, so I'm not too concerned. Where can I place this? Maybe just right here. And we'll just leave things like the pumpkin seeds, the saplings, everything that we don't need in our inventory for this trip. We can leave right here in this chest, and we'll come back and get it later. So I've left some items in this chest, and we've got a sign right here that says outnumbered stuff next to a torch. I've also written down the coordinates. Now it's time to dig straight down and see what we find. So it looks like the first ore we've got on the way down is some coal. We've never mined coal before on the server, in Season 8 anyway, so let's go ahead and stock up on this. We have torches already because I made some charcoal to craft torches with, but this is nice and free, so let's go ahead and take it all. Alright, let's continue digging straight down now. It's quite dark. We just passed another coal vein, and I've just landed in a little bit of a cave here. Why don't we check this cave quickly and see if it has any other ores. So we're not quite low enough for diamonds yet, but we can have a look around at this level and see if we can find some iron. Looks like we've got some copper here. I hear a spider somewhere. I have no armor, so it's going to be kind of dangerous to be underground in the caves already. I hear a skeleton and I hear a spider, so I know there's a cave close, but we're just going to keep digging straight down. Looks like we've just run into some deep slate here. So we're starting to get low enough for ores like diamonds and redstone. I don't hear any caves down here in the lower level, so I'm not sure if we'll find one or not. But let's just keep digging straight down. And we'll start a little strip mine maybe and see if we can get our first few diamonds. I already forgot the price of the iron, but okay, we've got a cave here. I think it was... What was the iron price again? It was like 7 diamonds for a stack of blocks, which sounds expensive, but that's actually quite a bit of iron. So we might try to find some diamonds for that. It looks like we've got a cave here that we've just fallen into, and yes, it has some iron in it. I also see redstone. Let's light it up quickly, and then we'll have a look around for some diamonds. All right, let's go back the other way. Were there any ores I passed? I wouldn't mind having some redstone here. Let's grab some of that. Using the iron pickaxe, of course, to mine it. There we go, our first few bits of redstone there. And I saw some iron back this way as well. There it is. Let's pick this up. Is it just one? Looks like there's, yeah, just one there. Where else would there be another one? Yeah, I don't see any more iron here. That's unusual. A vein of one. Okay, hopefully we don't keep finding one veins. All right, that cobblestone right there marks the exit if we want to stack back out, which I think we do. But let's keep pressing on through the cave here to see what we can find. Here's skeleton, and it looks like we have our first diamonds right here. Let's go ahead and mine it. It's an odd vein because these diamonds were separated. In fact, it might have been 2 veins of diamonds. So we might get more diamonds here than I think. Oh, it looks like we've got some more cave above. Let's get some torches in here. Oh, there's more diamonds on the back side there. I also heard this guy, the skeleton here. Ah! All right, we're back at spawn. So we're gonna have to try to go recover our stuff. Let's get some resources together, and we'll see if we can go back to the spot where we died and pick up our stuff. Minor setback, minor setback. All right, my stuff's all still here, but the clock is ticking. If we're gonna get our things back, we need to get to them quickly. So here's my plan right here. I brought a water bucket with me, and we're gonna drop in some water, and we're gonna use this to get all the way down to the bottom. We might wash away a few torches on the way down, but for the most part, it should be a straight shot all the way to the cave that we discovered at diamond level. Yeah, there's the block that we landed on. I don't see any torches washed away, so it looks like we did pretty good here with the water bucket. Let's go see if the skeleton is still there and pick up our diamonds as well. Oh, it looks like we've got ourselves a little monument here. It even has my name on it. What is that? That's a stone tile? Oh, I got all my inventory back. All I had to do was click on it. It even went back into the same spots that it was before and displaced the items that I already had in my inventory. So we still have the diamonds that we mined earlier, 4 of them. Let's continue mining the rest. That's kind of a nice feature, that little tombstone thing. I like that very much. All right, let's go ahead and replace that torch because it's still pretty dark down here. Yeah, this cave here looks quite dangerous. There is some iron up there, though, that I wouldn't mind grabbing. Let's check and make sure this area is safe, though, before we start mining around. All right, let's grab this iron. Maybe we should make ourselves some armor. Or a shield, perhaps. That creeper almost ended my life again. Where did the iron go? Did I keep it? I think I picked it up. Yeah, we have 2 iron now. All right, I think we should probably get out of this cave. It's very dangerous here. Where can we go next? There goes my pickaxe. Now the question is, do I make a diamond one or an iron one to replace it? Why don't we go ahead and make our first diamond pickaxe? Which means we only have 4 diamonds left, but we're gonna find more soon, right? Oh, I see a slime. Here, let's get the water bucket back down here on the hot bar so that we can get past this lava. And then we'll put a few torches around. Okay, it opened up into quite a large cave here. I see the slime, but I think this place is... it's gonna be way too dangerous here. Alright, so we seem to be out of range of that skeleton. But I'm a single shot, so I'm gonna have to wait until I recover my hearts to go fight him. So we'll continue looking for diamonds in a little bit, but I decided to stop and mine a little bit of obsidian here while we have the chance to. I don't need that much obsidian, I think. Maybe only... because we can't go to the nether yet. It's not on. So I only need enough for an ender chest. And what else would I need obsidian for? I grabbed a total of 12 obsidian, 8 for an ender chest, and 4 for an enchanting table. But we're still not done looking for diamonds, so let's pick another direction that's not a large open cave, and we'll strip mine until we find a few more. I want to save up until we get 7 diamonds total so that we can go back and buy a stack of iron blocks from Brodator's Iron Shop. Because I think the iron will go a lot faster and a lot farther than the diamonds that we find down here. So we've found quite a few diamonds now. We're up to 17 total down here in the strip mine. I'd love to stay and mine more, but I think maybe we have enough for today. Let's go ahead and head back to spawn. Well, we've made it back to the spawn area. I mined a total of 32 diamonds. So let's go do some shopping. I think the first place we're going to stop is Brodator's Iron Shop. We're going to buy an entire stack of iron blocks. And then we'll see if we want to spend a few more diamonds. I wouldn't mind grabbing some of these books. How much are they again? 5 for mending, 3 for unbreaking, so that's 8 total. We could also craft some diamond armor and make an enchanting table with some of our diamonds. I think we should actually do that first, even before we spend too much. Alright, let's go ahead and put down a crafting table here. And if we craft a book quickly, we should have everything we need to make our very first enchanting table. Here we go, we've got a book. We'll put in 4 obsidian, and I can spare 2 diamonds for an enchanting table. I think that's worth it. Now let's go purchase a stack of iron blocks, which I think is this one right here. Yeah, 7 diamonds for a stack of iron. That's got to be a good deal, right? Let's take a stack and we'll go ahead and put in 7 diamonds. There we go. Paid in full. I think that's a bargain, actually. It would take me forever to mine that much iron, so it's going to last us a while. Plus we can now afford an anvil. And what else do we want to buy? Should we go ahead and make the purchase with the unbreaking and the mending? I think we even have enough levels to apply it to our pickaxe if we want to save it, because the durability is very low from all the diamond mining we did. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, I think. Let's go purchase some books. That's one of the advantages of having some people on the server before you. Alright, my inventory is full, but I can make a chest temporarily while I sort things out here. Let's start by crafting an anvil. Here we go. And then how many diamonds was it again? 5 plus 3, so 8 total diamonds, I think, that we need to get the books here. Let's just leave this here. And we'll go ahead and take an unbreaking book and leave, what was it, 3? And then we want to leave 5 for mending. And then we'll come over here to our anvil, put in the pickaxe, throw on the unbreaking first for 4 levels, and then the mending for 5. I think that was a good deal. Now we just have to find a way to mend up that pickaxe, but at least we won't lose it. Let's pick up our stuff and go. It's a little off the beaten path, I know, but I think we're going to set up our base in this area here for now. We've got the Mesa, or Badlands area at our backs. We've also got a little bit of jungle here. There's some forest, and over here in this direction I saw some savanna as well. And so this might be the perfect place to put down a chest and do a little bit of building. Let me scout the area quickly and see if this is a good spot. Yeah, I see desert over there. We've got savanna, badlands, forest, jungle, and river. There's even a pig here. I think this place right here will be absolutely perfect for now. Let's go ahead and put down a chest here. We'll put down a sign as well, and then I think we'll build a little cozy house right up here on this hill. I've put down a chest with some of my personal belongings inside. There's also a sign with my name on it. But before we can officially declare this our base area, what we need to put down here is a bed. There are pigs in the area, but I haven't seen any sheep yet. Let's explore the area and see if we can find one quickly and craft a bed. I've located some sheep. Instead of killing them, why don't we just collect some wool using shears so that we can craft a bed. I don't really need the meat. There are other things that we can eat. I also saw cows in the area. Once we get some wheat, I'll come back here and collect a few cows. There's some over there grazing in the pasture. How much wool did we get? 2 plus. Okay, so we have enough for a bed at least. Let's see if we can stay here and collect just a few more pieces of wool. This one here has regrown. All right, so we have plenty of wool now. There's a ruined portal down here. I don't suppose it hasn't been looted, right? Seems kind of unlikely, but let's take a look at it anyway. And then I think it's almost time to end the episode. In between episodes, I'm going to start establishing some farms. I'm going to grow up some wheat, plant down some carrots, and maybe some other essentials, such as melons and pumpkins. So we'll do some farming. And I'll also start collecting resources for a little starter house in the area we selected. Curse of Vanishing and some gold nuggets in the chest. No gold block. It's hard to tell if this has been looted or not. But in any case, we should get back to our base now. And we'll just put this bed right down here. And this seems like a perfectly good place to end the episode. Thank you for watching the first episode of Season 8 from the Club House SMP server. I'm outnumbered, and I'll see you in the next episode.